Okay, it's working. That time of month, that time of month, folks. Oh, can't even talk here. Douglas. Mouse traps, I don't know what is in here, but I can't kill it. Not know what is in here. We got something in here, don't we, got it? You're awful interested. Hello, folks. I got something living in the garage, but I cannot kill it. And it doesn't make any chirping sounds, so I don't think it's a chipmunk. Hey, Doug, what are you going to do? All right, time to get cold. Oh, dog, you always gotta stop right away. So I had a problem with the old truck on the highway. I got the thermostat replaced when I got the new muffler. And it doesn't like being hot because on the highway, she died. I was luckily, nobody was behind me, and I pulled off at the side and waited a couple seconds, and then she started up again. But it was definitely like I was going up the hill at first, and she just started dying, losing power. It was exactly like an overheating motor. paying for the carrot blanching episode. It's gonna probably come up. Carrot blanching. I don't know. We're gonna be blanching something here. Garage backup heat. It's a supplemental. I gotta show you something. I'm gonna MacGyver something pretty cool. Oh, I was at Score today at the M&R feeds. Wait till I show you. Oh, I think it's gonna work. Okay, so as you know, the fan in the wintertime in the barn makes a horrid sound on the live streams, and like it's just absolutely terrible sound because the fan vibrates through the air duct. So we have to upgrade the fan in the barn anyways because that fan is too small, and we got this big one last year which I never got installed. But I wanted to have some kind of shock absorber between this, the unit, and the actual air duct. And I thought to myself, I had some of this conveyor belt, and I thought I could make myself a circle, and it'd be just a ton of work. But I thought, this could be, I could use this, as a dampener. So I'm walking him in our feeds to get the feed today, and I see this little tiny. Look at this. Look at that, folks. It's exactly the size. Exactly. So I gotta cut the bottom of this out. Okay? Cut this out. And then this. This is a 7-inch air duct that's coming out of the barn. Same size as this. Okay, so basically like that. And then this is gonna slide over top of it. Okay? On top. It doesn't fit this right now, but it will. Okay? So this slides on, and then this will be mounted onto the side of this, so that I'll have this flexibility to take the vibration out, so we won't have any noise or very little noise of the fan in the barn on the live streams. Because it's annoying as hell. I hate it. Every time I put stream number 1 on in the wintertime and I hear that fan going, and especially with the ducklings in the spring, it's too noisy. But all winter, it drives me nuts because it does ring. You hear all the vibrating, and anyways. So this is the plan. So I gotta make some brackets up, MacGyver all of this stuff together. It's gonna work. So that's and put it this way, that conveyor belt that could have made it work probably would have took me 2 hours at least worth of work to make that thing, and it still wouldn't have been a perfect mount. $7.95. Way better. Like all I gotta do is cut the center of this out, put some L brackets on it to mount it onto this. It's gonna be like absolutely perfect. I'm rather excited about it. So things like that make me excited. All right, okay. So now I'm gonna go to the vet hospital and pick up 100 medicines, the whole bottle. I'm not gonna get a discount, but I'm getting the wholesale bottle, the whole thing, the whole vet supply at the hospital, because we've got 5 little duckies with bumblefoot. So Well, one's almost healed. I think she's pretty close to healed, the one, but 4 in bad shape. The one I found yesterday, 4, I was walking on the pen, working, and I noticed this little duck. I was like, okay, like she was walking around, and she was like, I thought it was a limp at first. Then I looked at her foot, and I was like, my God, it was like as big as my hand. Well, you saw it today, it's like twice the size of my thumb, her middle toe. So I found her, brought her in, and gave her first dose yesterday of medicine. But this antibiotics does work. It is way better. Like you can soak them in Epsom salts and do all that kind of neat stuff, but the antibiotics works way faster because bumblefoot is an infection. What it is, what's happened? The reason we have this problem right now is the bumble foot is a injury. Okay, it's a cut in the foot, and what happens is they get infections because the rough ground. We had everything got really rough here, and the ducks were stuck in the pen. So she gets a nick on her foot, and then gets an infection, and then you got bumblefoot. Okay, so the best way to get rid of it is antibiotics. Works the fastest, which I know now. So I'm going to go to the vet hospital, get 100 pills plus a bunch of syringes, new ones, so I can load up and do the morning routine. Tomorrow, got to clean the barn up because we're going to be in another lockdown tonight. This is ridiculous, folks. November the 14th, and this morning the wind chill was minus 20, and it was minus 15 on the back deck. So I got a hunch it was colder than minus 20 here. It's so cold, the ducks went in on their own last night. I turned the pen lights off, so they go inside. And because if I leave the lights on, they would stay outside, and it'd be like they like the geese. The geese are brutal, because I forced the geese in last night, and then they came right back out. So, like my jacket, this jacket came from Sweden. I paid $40 for it on eBay. Got it last year. It's in mint shape. The guy said it was barely worn. He was right. It's Gore-Tex too. Eh? It's waterproof. For $40, you can't beat it. You don't mind working in a jacket when you only pay $40 for it. If something happens, because I was looking and they were like $250 for a decent jacket. I'm not paying $250 for a jacket to walk around here and get it covered in duck crap and potentially rip it on something, because I'm always catching myself on metal and things like that. So. But I went on that. I bought 2 jackets last year on eBay. One was 40, one was 60. So, but I'm cheap. I just don't want to spend a lot of money and then wreck it. Imagine going and spend $250 on a really nice waterproof jacket, and it'd still be garbage jacket. Wouldn't even be a good one. And then you'd catch it on a piece of wire or something and rip it. Oh, that'd feel nice, eh? $300. Oh, I just ripped my jacket. Oh no. I'd be still upset if I ripped this, because I'm not kidding you, folks. When I got it, it's like mint, like it's really old too, like it's ancient. It's like the colors and everything. It's so, like it's 80s, late 80s. But it's got like pockets everywhere. Look at this. So if I go and put my wallet in here when I'm working with the ducks, it's pretty cool. But it's just not really heavy. It's more like a midwinter jacket. It's not really thick. It's a 3M. What do they call that? 3M. What do they call it? 3M thermal loft or something like that. But it's ripstop nylon. See? Can you see the ripstop? So if it gets a rip, allegedly, it will only rip exactly where the puncture is. You see that? So it's not normal nylon. It's much tougher. Which is, I didn't know that when I bought it. It says peak performance, so. But I'm happy. $40. That was including shipping too. It was an auction. Nobody bid on it. But the lining on it is 3M thermal loft, I think is what it's called. It's not really heavy lining. But you can tell it's old because the windbreak bottom, see all the rubber is coming off? You can tell she's old. But never got worn. What is it called? I can't see the tags. Right. I'm curious now. Hang on. It's okay. It said somewhere on it 3M. I can't see it now. But it's like, how did they get Indians in Sweden? Hey, can you figure that one out? It's got an Indian head as a logo. Man in Nature. Where's the... I saw the 3M on it somewhere. Oh, there it is. No, it's DuPont. Thermal Active. That's what it is, DuPont. It was something. Anyways, $40. You can't lose. You just can't lose. And it's ripstop, so it's like a good little work jacket for around here. It's just not really, really long, but I still got my other die-hard jacket that I bought in 1989 that's still going. That's what I wore yesterday, actually, was it. Because it was nasty here. Oh, man. No, I didn't. I wore my other jacket yesterday. I'm getting confused on jackets here. All right, I gotta go, folks. Gotta go to the vet hospital, pick up the medicine and syringes, and then I gotta come back here and take care of the ducks, give them some water, give them some food, and then get ready for another brutal night, man. Like, brutal. Oh, and the goose pen stream. The goose pen stream. I absolutely have to move that camera. Absolutely. I got to move it. So because it sucks where it is, and I hate the zoom. The zoom in, it's just not as sharp as when the camera's out on full wide. So I got to come up with some kind of bracket, but I can't move any of the cameras until this cold snap goes because everything's hardwired right now, and the network cable is brittle. And if I start handling the network cable right now, I could crack it and then break the copper inside, and then it breaks the copper, we got no internet on that camera. So I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to wait until it warms up here. Allegedly, in a couple days it's going to warm up. But this weekend I got a little bit of a project here. My buddy's coming over and doing my windows. My windows are getting, allegedly are getting trimmed in this weekend. So I'm going to be sort of missing Saturday and Sunday on the duck adventure, unfortunately. And then I got to come in here and I got to do this. This is my next job. I got to change the water here on these, but I got to do those right there. Look at that. Eh? Oh, they're so tasty, folks. But I got to keep changing the water every single day on those. So every day, and I've got the heat almost off in the garage, so that and I'm keeping it close to the kid's door so that the water stays really, really cold. I'm curious on what the temperature of the water is actually, because the colder I can keep it, the longer they'll last. Well, stay fresh, because I want them they're so good, oh, folks. I've been eating them every night. But it's amazing when I roast them, and I'm cutting them so they're only like this thin. Hour and 15 minutes at 350, and they're still rock hard. It's unbelievable how hard they are. They are so tasty. I mean, like I said, I ate so many of them. Like I bet you 1.5 pounds each sitting. I've been eating a lot of them. Put it that way. They're really, 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 really good. Like really good. I'm looking at them right now, and I'm thinking I'm going to have one of as a snack. I'm going to have a carrot as a snack. Well, that's bizarre. It says the water's only 7 degrees. That's what it says. I got to get new water. I got the heat off in here. Actually, it's only 5 degrees in here. This doesn't make any sense. And I got it right by the door, so it's sucking the cold off the cement. Well, gotta keep it cool. So the carrots, because I could leave them dry, and I'll tell you why I don't do it this way, folks. Because a lot of people, would just leave them dry. And the problem is they dehydrate, and they get wrinkly. Wrinkly is what happens. I don't like that. I find if I keep them soaked like this, and that you can do this. You change the water every single day on this. You can go like 10 days. No problem keeping your vegetables fresh. And then when you process them, you'd swear that you just took them right out of the ground. That's the secret. But hopefully it's not 10 days, because I'm going to be doing it in the garage. It looks like the way the weather is. I'll be setting up a blanching station in the garage and blanching carrots. And I'll probably stream it since I'll be in the garage. You can watch me do it for 2.5 hours, just stumbling in the garage, blanching. Oh. Throw Mo in the oven. Throw Mo in the... I don't understand. Mowing? Don't understand it. Got me. No. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. I got to go to the vet hospital and get meds. Have a great day.